Hi, I'm Donna, and this is our Xopax PX12. I want to take just a few minutes and go over some of the techniques to wrap a standard DVD case. This is just a standard Amray case that so many of us use. I'm going to show you how with the Xopax we can get these really tight mitered edges for a really commercial looking product. So a few things that I see beginners doing that I want to kind of caution you to as we begin. First, I'd like you to stand with your feet about a foot apart. You want to have some distance between you and the machine. Keeping your feet a little bit apart will prevent you from the temptation of moving in and out. You want to just stand still with your body. Now on the standard DVD case, we have this plastic outer piece that we slip our covers into. So the part that has the plastic, we're not going to be pressing against this heated film. We're going to be pressing these other sides. So this is where we're going to put our first seal. So we're going to take our film and we're going to put the side we're not sealing against down. And we're just going to line it up. Now your tendency is to hold really high up on the box. But what you want to do is kind of force yourself to move your thumbs down a couple inches. It's not natural, you want to hold it up here, but go ahead and move those down. That's going to make your next steps a little easier. The other thing I want to point out is, as you're holding this, the natural place for your fingers is to be inside of this film. We don't want that. We want to take just a moment and put your fingers on the outside. So our thumbs are down, our fingers are on the outside of the film, and then I want you to put your index fingers against the edge of the box. So we're holding it with our fingers on the outside of the film, but to keep it in place we're going to use a little bit of pressure on our index fingers, and that will help us line it up. With that little bit of pressure we can kind of move this back and forth. And then please note that I have some overlap here. We need that overlap to fold over the edge. So as you're looking at it, you want about as much overlap as you have depth on your box. So with that in place, and we're going to make sure it's roughly centered, we're going to pull this forward. Now I want to show you that the heated wire is right here, and that's very hot, as is this panel here. You want to be cautious, you don't want to be touching that. And because those are hot, this very top surface here tends to get pretty warm as well. But as I'm holding this, I'm not touching any of that heat. I don't have to rush. I can take a moment and make sure that I've got things aligned and where I want them. So I'm going to use my index fingers and I'm going to fold that down. I'm going to fold that over and then I'm going to slide my fingers out of the way. You want to look at the edge of the box and make sure your fingers are slid out of the way. If I do it like this, my fingers are going to touch the heated platen. So we're going to smooth those over to the side and then we're going to come down. Now at this point I'm looking at the wire, and the first move is for this to be cut by the wire. But what I find is it's really easy when you're looking at the wire, you kind of get distracted or maybe even nervous a little bit and you end up missing the heat. So it cuts the film but it doesn't quite line things up. So what I want to do is show you a technique to avoid that problem. This is the edge that we're going to be eventually putting against the placket. If you focus on this back edge, not the whole side, but just this edge, when you bring it across, focus on putting that edge right against the plate here. Don't worry about the wire. If you're not thinking about the wire and instead just focusing on tapping the box here, it will automatically line things up for you. So I'm going to get a clean edge here, and I'm going to show you how easy that is. So again, my thumbs are down, my fingers are on the outside. I'm going to just tap. By tapping it, it automatically cuts the wire, and then I can just roll up. And that gives me my first seal. To do these end pieces, I'm going to put my index fingers in like this, and I'm going to roll the plastic to the back. And in doing so, my fingers are out of the way again. That's very important. And I'm going to tap this front edge and roll. So my fingers go in, I roll that back, we're going to tap and roll back, and then we're going to tap and roll back. And that will seal this edge. Let's go through that again. So we're going to put our index fingers through the sides to divide the excess. We're going to roll our fingers back and out of the way. We're going to tap this edge first. So we're going to tap and roll. Then we're going to release this with our fingers. We're going to tap the back edge this time and roll up. And you can see how nice and neat and clean that is. So I make this look easy because it is easy once you've done it a few times. There's a little bit of muscle memory involved. It's going to take a few to practice with, but soon you'll be wrapping these as easily as I am. If you have any issues, you can feel free to give us a call and we can walk you through some of these techniques over the phone. But please watch the videos, and I think that's really going to help you. Thanks so much.